Awesome will be taking the class, and he's coming. He's on his way, and please join soon. And we'll start with Bootstrap soon. Okay, so please join, and we start with Bootstrap in the next 5 minutes. Day two. Hope you all have seen the day one, and as always, attendance will be given at the end. Okay, so hello, and we will start in 5 minutes. Okay, we'll start in 5 minutes. So please be ready. We'll start in 5 minutes, and we'll start. And hope you have all watched yesterday's video. And this is always there in our. Hi, Muhammad Imran. Hi, Venkat Rao. Hi. So this is always there on our YouTube channel. Okay, so day one, like Bootstrap also is starting. CSS is generally first week of the month. Second week is JavaScript. Third week nowadays we're doing Bootstrap because Bootstrap was in huge demand. And the next week, last week of this month, it will be React.js. Okay, so that is there, and we're soon going to start. One sec. Okay.
So, hello, all of you. Good afternoon to all of you. I hope yesterday's session was very good, and I thought to make the session in a very layman language so that you will be able to understand the thing what I am telling just for you. So, was just 2 3 minutes more. Let me have my setup. 1 minute. Okay, so let me have the setup ready for you. Good afternoon, Mike. Good afternoon, all of you. Good afternoon, Savi ko. Good afternoon, yeah. Please wait for 1 2 minutes so that I have my setup ready. One minute. 1 minute, 1 minute. No. Mm. 1 second. So here, today we will start with CSS grid and 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute. Let me have the setup ready. Okay, so all set for today. And okay, okay. So I just 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute. Screen share, screen share. Okay, screen share. So I hope my screen is visible to all of you. And 1 second. Here is our yesterday's folder till where we have completed. Okay. Okay, fine. So 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute. Okay. So
जी मौसम भाई ये कंडेंसर और कूलिंग कॉइल है इंटरकूलर का फोटो और निकलवा के भेज रहा हूँ मौसम भाई इंटरकूलर दबा हुआ रखा हुआ है
okay, fine. So let's start with today's class. And yesterday, what we have seen the basics of Bootstrap. What is Bootstrap? Why it come into existence? And uh, why? What is the need of Bootstrap? Who prepared the Bootstrap? And what else? What are the main components in a Bootstrap? How to download Bootstrap? What are the ways in which you can download Bootstrap? So these are some basic things what we have checked yesterday. Okay. So now today we will start with the most important topic, which is the grid in Bootstrap, because as I've told you, or you also know one thing, that Bootstrap is altogether a combination of grid, classes, and components. And one more thing, the official website of Bootstrap, okay, the official website of Bootstrap, which is the getbootstrap.in, is the best place to learn Bootstrap, because they have mentioned each and everything there. Okay, everything there means they, whether something is short, whether something is small, so they have tried to capture each and everything there only. So now let us start with the today's topic, which is called as the CSS grid. Sorry, Bootstrap grid. 1 minute, 1 minute. Okay, so the Bootstrap grid contains of four things: the breakpoint, container, row, and column. Okay, now what is a breakpoint? So for us to understand, let me open the where the Bootstrap. 1 minute. Bootstrap 5, get Bootstrap. Okay, so we have something which is called as, okay, so breakpoint. They have 1 minute, 1 minute, grid. Grid is also here, not here. Okay, so not an issue. Okay, so we have something with us also. So what we do, so here Bootstrap contains of four things: breakpoint, container, row, and column. So what is a breakpoint? Breakpoint is nothing but it's a categorization based on devices width. Okay, it's a categorization based on devices width. So devices width means if I say the width of laptop is different compared to width of a tablet or compared to width of a mobile, so that is for this particular screen size, I can say the best word is screen size. So based on the screen size, the categorization has been done. Okay. So we have to infix some class which need to add when we are targeting the device. Okay. So now what we do, let me have, okay, 1 minute. Let me prepare the, this we have checked break point. So here we have the, so here we have the breakpoint, and after that we have class infix, and we have the dimensions. Okay. So my dear friends, I am not checking the live chat because I am into this. So I will see in case you have any comments after some time. So we have x small, and for the x small breakpoint, we have no class. Okay, so let me put as dash, and here what we do, we have the dimension which is from 0px to 575px. Okay, now for the small breakpoint, what we have the class what we need to put as sm, and the dimension will be 576px to 767px. Okay, so this you need to remember because this is very important thing. Based on the screen size, you need to add the class. So you need to keep this in your mind. Now after small, we have the medium size, and in this medium size, we use the class infix as md, and the dimension will be 768px to 991px. So let me have, and after medium, we have large. So large will be as simple LG, and we have the dimension will be from 992px to 1199px. And after that, we have extra large, and in extra large, we have XL. And once again, and for the XL, we have the dimension from 1200px to 1399px, and after that, or it will be 1399px, and after that we have the extra large. So we use, so we have XL here, and we have XXL, which will be greater than or equal to 1400px. Okay, so this is the breakpoints categorization. Let me comment it out so that we will not see this on the screen. Yeah, hi, good evening, Dolphin King. Good evening, Imran. Good evening, Vlogs. Good evening, Nikhil. Good evening, all of you here. Good evening, yeah. Good evening, good afternoon. Everything is fine because we are here to meet. So, okay, so this is the dimension which is defined in the Bootstrap. Okay, so dimension. Okay, so breakpoint is nothing but a categorization based on devices width. So we have the devices width here. Okay, so we have the devices width here. So for if we want something, we are designing for a medium device which have the dimension from 768px to 999px, we use the class as MD. Rest all will be managed by Bootstrap, because Bootstrap is nothing but the addition of classes. It's simple. Now what is the second thing? Second thing is nothing but the container. Okay, second thing is nothing but the container. What is a container? Now container is what, I can say, a wrapper that contains the entire website, or in the technical language we can call it as a div. So if you see a chocolate, if you eat a chocolate, the outermost wrapper of the chocolate is called as a container. Okay, and in the technical language we can write, or we can call it as a div. Okay, now there are 2 to 3 types of container. Okay, but that we will see later on in order to understand the concept we have discussed till now. Okay, so what we do now, the second thing is, okay, so we have a container which is wrapped, which is wrapped, which wrapped everything inside it. Okay, which wrapped everything inside it, so that is called as a container. Now let us see. Okay, so now say if screen is 1400px and our website is 400px, so our website will look like 400px only. So let me show you an example for this thing what I have mentioned. So let me have a password generator dot, see here, if you see here our screen is, let me have the inspect part, and in the inspect part, okay, so here our screen is extra large. Extra large means, let me see the dimension. Dimension is greater than 400px. So we have greater than 400px. Okay. So here our screen is extra large, but if you see the website, okay, if you see the website which is around 400px, this content which you see inside it, it is around 400px only. So that is why it is being called as, that is why it is being called as, okay. Now the next thing inside the grid, okay, the next thing inside the grid which is called as row. Now what is a row? So row will always be inside a container. So the parent rule for the row is that row will always be inside a container. This is the parent rule which you all need to follow always. So let me write it here also. Row will have to be always inside a container only. Okay, so this will be the parent rule, and you have to follow every time, every time, and every time. Okay, so row will always be in a container, and as soon as we create a class named as row, okay, so let us create a class. So what we do, we have a dot container, and inside the container we have row. So dot row, as I've told you, row will always be inside a container. Okay, now row is divided into 12 columns. Okay, so row is divided into 12 columns, but how to show you 12 columns? 1 second, let me see how I do it. 1 second. One minute, 1 minute, 1 minute. Let me see. So what I'm looking for, 1 second. 1 minute, 1 minute. So okay, 1 second, 1 second. So I said row, row. Here it is not available. Okay, so not to worry. Okay, so here as we are discussing row, so row will always be inside a container. So that will be the parent tool, as we have mentioned row inside a container, and the row will be divided into 12 columns. So as I've told you earlier, row is divided into 12 columns. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. As I've shown you earlier also. So 1 second. See, this is the row and this is a Bootstrap grid system. So Bootstrap grid system contains row which is divided into 12 columns. Okay. And so this is a Bootstrap grid system which contains 12. So you can 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, fine. So it contains 12 columns. Now let us see column. So column equals to grid. Now how to read this? Okay. Now how to read this particular thing? Okay. So let us go back here, and if you see here, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we have 12 columns here. Now, if you see, if I have given column call dash one, if I use call dash one class, okay, so it will be this particular thing where I have written one. If I use call two, so it uses two columns. Okay, call three columns, call four columns, call six columns, call eight columns, and call 12 means the entire set of 12 columns. So that is why it is being mentioned that here we need to use like that. Now, if you start reading from the last, where class column 2 uses all the 12 columns width and assign them to the class. So here if I write class equals to row, okay, and if I write class call 12, and in this I have written hello, let us see how it behaves. If I use 8, so it is not 1 second. Okay, so currently it is not responding because we need to add some more things here. Okay, so let us see the most important thing, which is the row. Okay, let me have Okay, leave it now. Okay, so let me see the next thing, which is the row. So here, row is a div which contains column. Okay, so row is a div which contains column. So based on this definition, let me try how it works. One second. So row is a div that contains columns. So dot COLUMN, and here we use hello, and in the column we use all 12. So one second, let us check it out. Okay, same, it is coming like that, not to worry. Okay, so row, it is a, what is a row? Row is a div that contains column. Okay, div with column class must be in a row parent. So this is a rule, that div with column class must be in a row parent. Okay, column div cannot be inside a column div. So if you have to have another of a column, so you need to create a row, then you need to create a column. Fine, column will not be inside a column. So if you want another column inside a column, so you need to have the row first, and inside that row you need to create column. So whenever you are defining a div with row class, it divides that div. Okay, so if you see here, one second. Okay, so as soon as we mention the class as row, it divide that particular page into 12 columns. Fine, so that is how it works. So now let us see a row. So here, this is a row. Okay, this is the container. If you use dot class as container, it works like that. So now what we do, if I want, okay, if I want a column, if I want a column inside a column, so I need to give a row first, and after that row we can assign column inside that. Okay, so that is how the structure works. So here, let me sum up once again. So this is the parent class container. Okay, this is the parent class container. Inside container we have a row. Okay, inside row we have two columns, column number 1, column number 2. Okay, and inside column number 2 I want another column. So inside inside a column is not allowed. This is not the rule. So we have to add a row. So we have added a row. Now this row, as soon as we have added a row, what happens here? This row will again get divided into 12 columns. So that is how it works. So you can see 12 columns inside that. So again, in this 12 column, we have a partition of column 8 and a partition of column 4. So that is how it works. Now again, going back to container. Okay, so there is a rule in Bootstrap that after body there is a div with class container. So as I have to mention, as I have written, that after body that after body we have a container, we have a div with a class container. So this is the rule, that after body there has to be a div with class container. Now there are three types of container, what we have left earlier. So one second. So there are three types of container. First one is container FLU, container fluid. Okay, container and container breakpoint. So there are three types of containers: container fluid, container, and container breakpoint. So let us see this thing here. One second. So let us see the containers. So we have introduction. One second. Control F, CONTAIN. Oh, why it is not coming? One second. Home. And we have docs. And in this docs, my God. One minute. Let me see where is it. Where it is. Layout. One second. The grid. We have. One second. Okay, sorry. I'm just check. Okay. So here are we. So we have container. We have three type of container: containers, container, breakpoint, and container fluid. So here, as this is the official documentation of Bootstrap, it is very difficult for someone to search also because it is very vast. It is very huge. Okay. So my different likes are not here. Yeah, this is not at all acceptable. Why you are not liking the content? I really don't know. Okay, so so also content will be okay. So here, what is a plain container, dot container? So here, which sets a max width at each responsive breakpoint. Okay, so now what is container fluid? Container fluid which is using a width of 100% at all breakpoints. Okay, now let us see how it works. So we have so what we do in the and we use style tag. In the style tag, we use a hash of red, a background color of let's say red, and also we assume a height of let's say 500 px. So let us open this live, but we need to define this hash. Okay, so what we do? We have. Let me remove this. So we have dot container container dash fluid dot container fluid is a class, and here what we do, we will use a id with id name as red, and inside this what we use a h1 and we use hello. So now you can see, but let me open this in Chrome because we love Chrome. Red is somewhat very different. So we use light gray. Okay, so now it looks like okay. So what you say here, we have here what we did. We have okay. So here we have used a container class fluid. Okay. So what is the rule? Rule is that after body there has to be a class. There has to be a div with a class container. But container, there are three types of containers. So first one is the plain container, second is the container breakpoint, and third one is the container fluid. So we have used the container fluid. No. Now we have used the container fluid. Now let us go back to the panel. So here, what is container fluid? Container fluid uses the width of 100% to all the breakpoints. So let us see container fluid. Here is the container fluid which uses the width to 100% for all the breakpoints. That means let us go to the inspect option and see. So here you can see for all the screen size, see, it uses the width to 100%. Okay, so that is what it means to say. Whether we have the content in a small screen, in a small screen size or in a large screen size, the width will always be 100%. So now let us see some more thing here. 1 minute. Okay, so now what we do, let us use the class container. Now see how it works. So rest we say what we did. We have the class container, and in the class container, where is the manual? Okay, so in the class container, what it says, which sets a maximum width of each responsive breakpoint. So we have the class container, and here for the extra small dimension, okay, it uses 100%. Okay, so now let us see how it works. So what I do, let me also increase some content. So hello all of you. Hello all of you. This is the content. Now see how it works. Now, now. Okay. So using container as class, the screen size between large and extra large. Okay, the screen size between large and extra large. So try to focus, my dear friends. This is somewhat tricky. Okay. So here, if you see, for the class container, with the dimension, okay, as large and extra large will be 960 ps, okay, and extra large and extra large will be 1140 px, and if it is more than 1400 px, so it will be 1330 px. Now, okay, so what we see, let us see how it works. So we have the things ready here. So now where is that? One sec. Sorry. Okay. So screen adjustment is also a very big task here. See, now for the class container, okay, extra small means less than 576 ps. So 576. See, when, oh, okay, 577. Right. See, it is using the 100% of the width. Now, if it is between extra small and okay, so it is extra small and small, it is 100%. Small and medium, so 576 and 768, 576 and 768. So see, it uses 540 px of the screen size. So the screen size will be 540 px. Okay, so that is how it works, and that is how you need to read it. Now what is there? Okay, so we have now containers breakpoint. So here we have the breakpoints what we have learned before. So we have the breakpoints here. One second. So we have the breakpoints here. We have based on the dimensions. We have the breakpoints. One second. Let me share the attendance because if I missed it, you all missed it. One second. One second. So my dear friends, I'm sharing you the attendance. Please fill it. So this is the day 2 attendance. I request you all to please fill it because if you fill all the 4 days attendance sheet, then only you will get the participation certificate. So I will wait for a minute. While the meantime, I request you all to please fill the attendance sheet. Please fill it. So once you fill it, please reply with yes filled so that I will go ahead. So please fill it. Please fill it. Once you fill it, please reply with yes so that I will assure that you have filled it right now. Okay, okay, okay. So did anyone filled or okay, okay, okay. So I guess the form is working fine, and that is why it that is why Imran is going to fill it. So now going back to the topic. Okay. So here we have the container as breakpoint, which have mentioned the dimension. So container dash breakpoint, if you see here, container dash breakpoint. So dash breakpoint contains the breakpoint. So we have the breakpoints as SM, MD, LG, XL, and double XL. So now let us see how the breakpoint works. So now for this particular thing to show, let me change the breakpoint to container dash LG. Okay, why container dash LG? There is a specific reason for container dash LG to be used. because most of the LG will be almost, I can say, the desktop view, the normal desktop view or the normal laptop view watch where we are watching it will be, I can say, the large container dash LG, okay, which will be allowed 992px to 1199px. So let us see how it works. So, okay, one more thing. Now, the container breakpoint, which is not in the previous Bootstrap version. Okay, it is not mentioned in the previous Bootstrap version. This is available only in the Bootstrap version 5. Okay, and it is being added here in this version only. And one more thing, it is a combination of both the containers. So that is the most interesting thing about containers breakpoint, as it is a combination of both the container, that is container plain container and container dash fluid. It is a combination of both okay, so what we do, so now let us see how container dash LG will work. So let me save, and where the live server. Okay, so here is the live server. Now let me close the inspect part, and 1 second. See, so see here what is happening here. See, as soon as the screen is reaching, as soon as, see, try to focus it once more. So as soon as I'm minimizing the screen, I'm making it small at a certain point of time. See, this is the break point. At a certain point of time, what happens? It is actually making the width small. See, 1 second, it will happen. See, mm, see, now, see what is happening at here. It is using the 100% width. So what is mentioned in the document? In the document, it is mentioned for LG that for medium and large, it uses the 100% width. So it is using the 100% width. Okay. Now, if the screen size will be between small and medium, it also uses the 100% width. See, it is using the 100% width, so it is small and medium 100% width. Okay. Now, for large and extra large, it uses the 960px of the width. So if we have, so let us check on the inspect part. So here we have, if we have 1 second, if we have uh 1 second, so LG. So let us check with 1000. Okay, so how it reacts. So see. So in the 1000, what is happening here? It is using the 960px width. So that is how it is using like that. Now, if we are between medium and large, so let us check medium and large. 768 to 992. Let us try with 800. See, it is always using the 100% width. Now, if we see, now what is happening here? 1 minute. No, no. So screen size. So what is happening? So as soon as the screen size reaches to 992px, it becomes 100px and use the full size of the screen. So that is what I mentioned here. Now the next thing, after the, what are the things here in the grid? 1 second. 1 minute. 1 minute. So we have covered breakpoint, container. Now row and column is left. Okay. So 1 second. Okay. So we will do this row and column tomorrow. Okay. We are not in a hurry. We will take this slowly so that you people will also get to have the same thing what I try to explain you. So I hope the attendance form has been done by all of you. Okay, because then only you will get the participation certificate. So see you tomorrow. Oh, okay, so tomorrow there will be no class. We will see you on Thursday, same time, 4 p.m. So on that day we will finish the grid part where we have completed the breakpoint and the container. The row and the column we will be completing on Thursday. Okay, so see you. Bye bye. Take care.